Well. We're back again for season 2. I let it go a little bit. I was really stressed out because every time I would try to export my videos for my podcast onto my laptop would completely crash and shut down. But I got a new computer, I got a new setup. I am good to go, and I have so much I want to talk about. Okay. I had such a crazy year this year. 2024 was a fucking roller coaster. I don't know about y'all, but my 2024 was fucking insane. But you know what? That means 2025 is going to be amazing. It's going to be an even better year than 2024. We're going to throw that year behind us and we're going to start the new year being a brand new bitch. A whole brand new bitch. Yep. I went through so much that is really going to help me change and help me grow. And I'm so excited to share everything with you. And I hope you can take some of the information that I learned this year and implement it into your life and better you as a person too. Because I am doing a lot of self work, okay? We are evolving, okay? Let's get on with it. So, today's episode is going to be don't lose yourself by trying to love the wrong person. Because guess what? As you know, I did get myself into a little relationship. And it's crazy because I really thought it was going to be a really good one. I had high expectations, high hopes. But you know what? It wasn't. And that's okay. And I want to start this off by saying I am not talking shit on my ex by any means. That is someone I thought that I loved, which I didn't. I was just attached. We're going to get into that later. But I do care about this person, even though he wasn't the person for me. So I don't want this to be seen as me talking shit on him, because it's not. I'm just kind of explaining how I completely lost myself in the process of trying to build this relationship with this person. Because one thing you should not do when you start a new relationship is you should never, ever lose yourself. And that's what happened to me. I completely forgot who the fuck I was. But we are Lexi motherfucking Sample, and we are back. Where do I even begin? I think I'm going to start off by saying just a little bit about the relationship. I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty because I don't want to put too much personal stuff on the internet, but we're just going to dip our toes into it a little bit. Maybe one day I'll be ready to talk about everything, but now is not the time, and that's not what this episode is about. This episode is all about not losing yourself, okay? So you guys know, well, I don't know if you know, but the people that know me know that I do not really like to drink. I don't really like to party that much. I mean, I'll go out here and there if it's somebody's birthday, if it's a holiday, yada, yada, yada. However, the man I was dating loved to rage. Every weekend, my throat just made a weird noise. I drank an energy drink, sorry. Anyway, my ex loved to rage, okay? He didn't like going on dates, which I love dates. I want flowers. I want you to treat me like a motherfucking queen. And this man just didn't do that, okay? He just wanted me to party with him. He kind of just wanted a party buddy. I don't know how I didn't see that was a red flag, but that's what he wanted. And I was going out with this person every single weekend, not even just on the weekend. Sometimes it would be during the week. It was like 3-4 times a week we were raging, and it just got really, really exhausting. And then I started to slack off on everything I needed to do. I was going to school for my PhD, in mental health counseling, because I want to help people with mental health. And I dropped out to party with this man. Excuse me? Like, who even are you? You let a man convince you dropping out of school was okay? No. I needed to be with someone who was like, oh no, like let's chill out, let's focus on this, let's focus on that. No. He encouraged me to drop out of school. And I did. I don't know why I did that. I regret it so much. But guess what? I'm going to go back in the new year. Don't worry. But it got to the point where I let this person convince me to drop out of school. I was flabbergasted that I did that. I got to a point where I didn't even recognize myself in this relationship anymore because I was putting this person on such a high pedestal because I was putting them before me. When you should never, ever do that. I cared about this person more than I cared about myself. I wanted to spend time with this person, so I was willing to do unhealthy things and make bad choices just because I wanted to spend time with this person? That's not how it should be. They should be encouraging you to do things that level you the fuck up. You shouldn't become a worse person when you begin a relationship with somebody. You guys should better each other. You should never, ever get worse. And this person brought out the absolute fucking worst in me. It got to a point, y'all, where I went to a psychiatrist because I thought I was bipolar. I literally was so convinced I had bipolar disorder. And my psychiatrist honestly was not sure. She thought I was bipolar at the beginning too. But she ran some tests on me. And then as she's been seeing me since the relationship ended, she's like, wait a second. You're not bipolar. You were just with the wrong person and your anxiety just isn't managed right. So we're on Prozac. But that's besides the point. I swore I was bipolar because the person I was with had my mood go up, down, up, down, up, down. But when you're in a toxic relationship like that, that's kind of what happens. They make you think you're bipolar. It didn't help that my ex constantly told me, you're bipolar, you're crazy. I wasn't crazy. I was just losing myself in that relationship, which made me feel crazy. I just can't believe looking back on it. I'm just like, who the fuck was that? And one of my best friends came to visit me when we were going through this whole fiasco. And she was like, you were the most confident bitch I know. How the fuck did you end up like this? And I think to myself, I have no fucking idea how I ended up like that. I was crying all the time. I was depressed. I was stressed. Like, I isolated myself from my family and friends. My mom didn't see me for the whole duration of that relationship. And I used to see her like every single weekend. We're really close. I'm so close with my family. And I was just isolating myself because I was so depressed and I was trying to make something work that just was not meant for me. It was insane. I kind of knew from very early on that the relationship was kind of toxic just because I noticed slight changes in myself and I was just honestly making tweaks to my life, my schedule, my everything for this person. And that should never be the case. I should never have to change my entire daily schedule, my daily routine around for an unhealthy lifestyle. And that's kind of what was happening. And it honestly was so hard. Not really, actually. At first, I'll give it that. Like the first 2 weeks were really, really hard. And I was like crying so much. I was like, oh my God, I miss him. I don't know how I'll ever live without him. Oh my God, I'm so dramatic. But like, the fuck did I miss? Every time I said I missed him, my best friend was like, what do you miss? Do you remember what you were like when you were with him? I'm going to insert photos here. This is what I looked like every single day of the relationship. Constant tears, constant anxiety. Like, this relationship put me on Prozac. I probably needed it because I am an anxious motherfucker, but that really did me in. It really did, but it's all right. It's all right. I don't know what it is when you're getting out of a relationship. You think and you swear that you need this person. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm gonna live. I need him. Bitch, what the fuck? You were completely fine on your own before you met him. You lived on your own for years. You make 6 figures before him. You're gonna keep making money after him. Like, the fuck? You do not need anyone. What can a man do for you that you don't already provide for yourself? If I want something, I'm gonna go out and get it myself. I don't need anyone to get anything for me because guess what? I am a provider for my own life. I provide every fucking thing in my life. And I was perfectly fine for years before this person came into my life. Why did I think magically I won't be okay without him? I will be just the fuck fine. And guess what? I might even be even better because I learned so much in that relationship. Yeah, it was toxic as fuck, but I learned so fucking much about relationships. I learned so much about myself. I've been seeing this therapist, right? Her name's Carol. Am I allowed to say that? I didn't say her last name. You can know. But she's fucking great. I love her to death. And she has taught me so much about myself when I started seeing her in this relationship. She was telling me, so I don't know if I've talked about this before. I think I slightly touched on it, but I had an abusive dad and it was a very rough upbringing. And she was telling me that I'm seeking that male attention that's kind of like my father. And that's why I'm getting into toxic, abusive relationships, stuff like that, because I'm seeking men that remind me of my dad. And that makes so much sense because I tend to go for older men. Like my ex was damn near 50. But it's just honestly crazy. I guess it makes so much sense though that I never had that male father figure growing up. And I'm subconsciously seeking that in my life because that was missing in my life for so long. So I get it, but I'm trying to work through it because I never, ever, ever want to have a relationship like that again. Like, I want to date to marry. I don't want to date just to have a little fucking fling. I'm over that. I want someone for the long haul. And I really want to work through my issues before I ever get into a relationship again. Because now I'm going to have trust issues because I was cheated on and all this, that, and the fourth. On top of me recovering from being cheated on, I'm trying to figure out how to stop looking for toxic relationships and seeking guys like my father. I want a healthy relationship. I deserve a healthy relationship. I want someone to completely worship me because I know I am a good ass girlfriend. I do everything for my man. Like, I put my man above me, which honestly, who the fuck is texting me right now? I should have put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Anyway, I do everything for my man. I want him to be happy, healthy. I put them first, which that might not always be the best thing because you should always put yourself first and then the people you love after yourself. And that's something I did learn too because I was putting my ex way higher than me. Way higher. It was just so bad. I really hate looking back on it. It really makes me sad to see how down bad I was over this because I know myself and I know I am a confident ass bitch. I am a great ass bitch all on my own and I really let someone drag me through the fucking mud. Through the mud. But it's okay because we learned a lot. We learned a lot. We're growing. We're healing. This is a healing process, y'all. If you're listening to this, you're probably healing from something as well. We need to discuss attachment because my friends were saying, why are you staying in this relationship? You are fucking miserable. Like, I was constantly crying to my friends. They were probably so sick of hearing me bitch and moan about this. But they were like, are you even happy? And I'm like, no, I'm not. I am depressed, actually. Quite literally the opposite of happy. And they're like, well, why are you staying? And I'm like, I don't know. I can't leave. I want to leave. Like, I was trying to mentally check out for so long, but I couldn't. And want to know why? I have attachment issues. I have a very, very anxious attachment style. There's like 3 attachment styles, okay? So there's anxious, avoidant, and secure. I am very anxious, and my ex was very avoidant. Those 2 attachment styles do not mix well. I want to work on being in a secure attachment style, and that's kind of what I'm working on with my therapist because I really do not like being so fucking anxious all the time. But I was always kind of an anxious person, but also getting cheated on made it worse. Like, it's really hard to fucking trust nowadays, but I couldn't leave because I was just so attached to this person. And when you're in a toxic relationship, you need to really think to yourself, do I really love this person or am I just attached to them? Can I see this person as a husband, as a wife, as a life partner? If the answer is no, what are you doing? Because I knew this person was not husband material from the jump, but I continued to be in the relationship for what? I don't know. I was just so attached to this person. And I really do think it is the daddy issues. I think since I haven't had a father figure or a relationship like that with a male, I crave that and I was looking for a daddy in relationships. And that's not what a relationship's for. They're supposed to be your right-hand man, your soulmate, not someone like your father. But I think that really, really is the trigger there. But we're working on it. We're working on it. And you just need to remember sometimes you really don't love these people and they don't deserve to be in your life. Just because you're attached to somebody doesn't mean they deserve to stay in your life. Like, we can be attached to horrible people, but we need to learn how to let the fuck go. And we're going to discuss that a little bit more because letting go is really hard. And I'm going to tell you a little bit how I got through it because it was kind of hard for me because I am so anxious. I'm telling you. Yes, the meds are helping, but I also have been doing a lot of self-work to get to where I want to be. And I'm getting there. I really am healing a lot. And that's another thing that I'm thinking to myself. It's been 2 months since the breakup, and I'm completely over him. If I really loved him, I wouldn't be over him yet. Like, yes, I'm still talking about it. You can think I'm not over him because I'm talking about it, but I'm trying to use my experience to educate people. And I didn't want to post anything until I was for sure over him. And I got over him, let's say, honestly, a month after the breakup. Because I wasn't really like, I don't know how to explain this. I don't think I loved him. Like, I cared about him. I was just so attached. And it's easier to detach when you finally realize that you actually don't love this person. Because how can you love someone that treats you like that? I don't know. But that's my theory. And that's how I got over it. Because I just realized that I didn't love him. It sucks to say because I really thought I did. But looking back on it, that wasn't love. That was lust. And there's a huge difference. People have been saying to me, holy crap, you got over that so fast. And I did a lot of internal work to get to where I am now. It's only been 2 months, and I am like a way better person than I was. I was so down bad. I was literally crying, throwing up, depressed on my bathroom floor. Like, I remember the night I found out he cheated on me, I was on my bathroom floor for 13 hours straight, sobbing, making myself physically ill. And from going from that to not giving a single fuck is crazy. But it takes a lot of work. I read a lot of self-work, self-development, self-help books. I'm going to put all the books here. There's a few. I'm going to get a picture of them all and clip them there. But they all helped me so much. The one attached is how I really figured out my attachment style between that and therapy and how to manage it, how to cope with it, how to work towards getting to a secure attachment style, because that's the step one. You have to really work through your attachment style to get over that relationship. You need to stop being so anxious. Yes, it's not easy, because if you're anxious, you're anxious. Like, it doesn't just flip a switch, because for me, it didn't. It took therapy. I strongly suggest going to therapy. Like, some people are so against it because they're embarrassed or it makes them feel weak. Therapy is the best thing I ever did in my life. Because guess what? Your friends, they care about you. They love you. Of course, a lot of times they're going to tell you what you want to hear. Sometimes you'll have that one friend that'll tell you how it is. But they're still, at the end of the day, going to be slightly biased because they're your friend. Your therapist is not about to be biased because they're there to help you. They're your doctor, pretty much, your mental doctor. And they know, they went to school for this. They are trained in reading you. They know. They're professionals, trust me. And they can really help you. They can give you tools. They can give you exercises to really work through your anxiety. And that's what my therapist has helped me with a lot. Like, she opened my eyes to so many red flags that I didn't even know were red flags until she was like, that might not be the greatest thing. And to me, I didn't even notice, but she pointed it out to me because she can see it. And when you're in a relationship like that, especially like a toxic relationship, you're blinded to all of the red flags because you just are hoping for the best. You're seeing the good out of everything. You don't see all the bad stuff. You're just blinded by the lust. But seeing it from an outside perspective, every time I would talk about it, I said nothing positive. She had me write a pros and cons list about this person. I only had like one thing on the pro side. And that was, I love him. And I didn't even love him. So there was nothing on the pro side. And I had trouble leaving that relationship because I was attached. It's just so insane how much of a negative toll someone can take on your life. If you are not with the right person, the universe is going to do everything in its power to remove that person from your life. Oh my gosh. So I was in Miami, right? And I looked up at the sky. I was like, universe, if I should not be with this person, show me a purple car with sparkles. When the fuck do you see a purple car with sparkles? I saw 2 that day. And I was like, oh, that's not a sign. Bitch, be fucking for real. The universe was telling you to fucking leave, throwing sign after sign after sign at you. And you didn't leave. So guess what the universe is gonna do? Kick you in the fucking ass and make it hard as fuck for you. So you have no other choice but to leave. If you're not with the right person, the universe is not gonna allow that shit. They're not gonna allow that person to be in your life because they don't deserve you. They want what's best for you. Your family wants best for you. Think about this. If your best friend, your sister, your brother, your mom, your dad, your family member, someone you love, someone you deeply care about, would you want them dating someone like that? If you wouldn't want your family member, your closest friends, anyone you care about to date someone like you're dating, you shouldn't be with that person either because they're not going to want you to be with that person. If they care about you, they're not going to want you to be with someone toxic. That's not how it works. If you could not want someone close to you to be with the person you're with, why are you with them? They're not good for you either. We really need to fucking open our eyes. And it's hard to when you're so attached to somebody and you're an anxious person. It's hard. But we really need to work on it and seriously look at the red flags. And when we see red flags, run for the fucking hills. I started, and I'm still kind of trying to find new hobbies or dip my toes back into old hobbies to really dive deep into myself, if that makes sense. So I used to play tennis. I played in high school. I played in college. I fucking love tennis. I miss it so much. So I've been trying to play at tennis clubs. And how relieving. Like, who knew doing something so small could make such a big change in my life? Like, going back out there and playing tennis really cleared my head a lot. Just because I love it. It put me back in such a good headspace. And I'm exercising at the same time. It's kind of like going to the gym. Like, I go to the gym every single day. I love the gym. It really clears my head also. And I feel so good mentally, physically, all the above while I'm working out. And tennis makes me feel the same way, but it's just more fun, if that makes sense. Like, working out, I wouldn't consider it fun. I would consider it like a necessity. But tennis, it just does something for me, man, because I love it. And I'm trying to find some more hobbies. Like, I started reading a lot, mainly self-help books because I need some help. But I've been loving reading recently, and I want to find some more hobbies because I don't know. I want to do stuff that doesn't involve drinking. And that's the problem. It's so hard to hang out with people anymore because all people want to do these days is drink. And I just don't care to drink. So it's hard to find friends that are on the same wave. But that's why I want to join all these clubs and then I'll meet them in the clubs. Not clubs, but like the tennis clubs and shit. But if you find something you love, go do it. Do something even if you used to love it. Like, if you used to play a sport, you used to have a hobby, you used to play an instrument, and you haven't done that in a while, I'm telling you, if you just pick up the instrument, pick up the racket, and just play and do it, you'll feel so much better. It's so crazy how making just such a teeny tiny change in your life changes you. Like, even just an hour once a week. That's literally all I did. I went and played tennis for an hour once a week and I felt amazing. I felt so good and I look forward to playing all the time. And that's another reason why I wanted to start this podcast again, because it's a hobby of mine. I love sharing my experiences with people and I want to help people because I've been through so much shit in my life
And I feel like I went through that shit for a reason. I don't think the universe is just gonna throw shit on me just to throw shit on me. Like, I feel like I need to use my knowledge and my experiences to help other people. And that's another thing I'm gonna be doing in 2025. I am gonna be going back for my PhD in mental health counseling because I love mental health. I know what it's like to struggle with your mental health. I've been through it all, and I really want to learn on a deeper level about mental health so I can really help people a lot more. Like, I can use my experience to help people, but I want to become like an expert in the field, and then I can really help people even more. So I'm really excited to go back, and I am not going to let a man let me drop out again. I'm not going to do that. I will never, ever, ever change myself for a man ever again. Like, that was insane. I can't believe I fucking did that. I am that bitch. I've been that bitch, still that bitch. Why the fuck am I going to change who I am for a man? Ugh, never the fuck again. That's clown shit right there. When I first got out of this relationship, I like swore off men. I was like, I don't know how the fuck I'm ever gonna date again because I don't trust anyone. But I need to realize not all men are bad. There are loyal and faithful men out there. The universe just told me it just wasn't the right time. It's not the right time for you, baby girl. You gotta focus on yourself. You need to build your career. And once you're back to yourself, I will hand you the right person for you. But right now, you're not ready. And that's the lesson I learned. I took it as a sign that I'm just not ready for that. And if I ever am ready, the right person will come to me. I should never, ever, ever go look for it, which I didn't look for this person. I was introduced, but same shit. Don't go looking for it because when you look, you find trash. The right person, you'll know. My mom always says, when it's the right person, you'll know, you'll feel it in your soul. And I didn't even feel like this person was the right person for me. I knew early on that I was never going to marry this person, that I didn't see this person and I dating a year from now. So why the fuck continue? Why the fuck waste your time? I don't know. I don't know. Don't do that because it's just a waste. I don't want to date for no reason. Like, I really want to take my time with the next person. I really want to find my person, but I'm just going to focus on myself, build my brand, build my career, and the right person will come. It's just time will tell, you know? I'm not going to go looking for it. I'll talk to people. Yeah, sure. But I'm not going to go hunt and I'm not going to be like, that's going to be my new boyfriend. No, 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 no. No. Once I'm at a point in my career where I'm like, okay, I can like focus on other things a little bit, then maybe I'll get into a relationship. But from now on, I'm just gonna grind the fuck out and build myself up, and then time will tell, and the right person will come to me when it's time. Not gonna rush it, take it one day at a time, because we still have a lot of healing to do. Like, yes, I'm a lot better than I was, but we still have so much healing to do. Because I'm not 100%. I'm like 70%, I would say. Because I'm definitely a lot better. When I was in that relationship, I was like a 0.05. I was so bad. But we definitely made a huge turn and we're getting somewhere. And I'm really proud of myself. I'm really proud of how much I've grown in the past few months. And I'm a lot happier. I never thought I would get to a point where I feel like this. I honestly thought getting out of that relationship, I felt like I was going to be depressed forever. I thought I was going to be sad for so fucking long. But I did a switch like that. Like, I felt so good. It was like, I don't know, a weight lifted off my shoulders. They always say, this is going to sound mean, but they always say that trash takes itself out. Not calling him trash, but like if someone's not good for you, I guess you can say that. But I'm not trying to talk shit because I did care about this person deeply, but it was not the person for me. And I truly do wish him the best. I really do. I would never wish harm on anybody. I want everyone to succeed in life. I want everyone to be happy, even though the person made me miserable, even though we were not compatible in a romantic way. I do not wish any harm on him. I don't want it to come off as hate. I don't want it to come off as I hate him. I don't want it to come off as I'm a bitch to him. Like, no. It's fine. I don't want to ever speak to him again, but I do wish him the best, and I hope he succeeds in life, and I hope he's okay, happy, healthy, all the above, But I don't want that person in my life, but I don't want anything negative to happen to that person either. And that's how I'm trying to look at everything. Even I would never wish this feeling that I felt on my worst enemy because it hurt so bad. But I'm honestly grateful for it, even though it really did fucking suck. But it really changed me as a person. So I am grateful that I went through it and I can share my experience with other people and hopefully help them grow and get out of any toxic relationships, how to heal and whatnot. Because it's really tough. Like when you're in that, a lot of times you feel like you can't even talk to anybody. Like for a lot of the shit, I was afraid to tell my friends what was going on. I was embarrassed. And that should be another red flag. If you feel like you can't tell your best friend what's going on in your relationship, you're not in a good relationship. I should not be hiding where or how I'm feeling from my best friend. And it got to a point where I was literally not telling her anything. And when I started telling her stuff after relationship, she was like, wait, you didn't tell me that. And she literally cried. And it broke my heart to see her like that because she doesn't like seeing me like that. But I was so afraid to tell her. I was so embarrassed to tell her because I didn't want to look like a weakling. But I wasn't weak. I was just really attached. And it's okay. You live and you learn. You go through different experiences. And that's life. It really sucked though. But that just shows that that friend really cares about me. If they were breaking down, seeing what I was going through, like that's a good ass friend. They love me and they care about me. And it just makes me so sad that I made them feel that way. But, oh. But yeah, it is crazy how loving the wrong person can really make you lose yourself. And that's what I really wanted to touch on today. And I really wanted to make clear, do not lose yourself by loving the wrong person. Never be scared of losing someone. You need to be scared of losing yourself. Because if you lose yourself, what else do you have? All you have at the end of the day is yourself. So please, please, please never ignore any red flags. Please don't. Because then you'll end up in a really bad position. Like I was doing amazing. Got into this relationship, took 75 steps backwards. Now I'm making that all up. And that's the thing. Like I was saying, oh my gosh, I wasted months of my life. No, you didn't. Because you got out of it. If you stayed, you would have wasted years. You prevented yourself from wasting years of your life. Never, ever, ever allow somebody to make you lose yourself. Never change who you are to be with somebody else. If they're making you change who you are, they're not for you. The right person is going to love you for you. The right person will accept you for you. And that's it. It's non-negotiable. So please be afraid of losing yourself. Okay? That's all I really wanted to make sure you got out of this. Because losing yourself is not fun. I lost myself and I would never, ever want to lose myself again. I never want to see my friends, my sister, my family, never want to see anyone lose themselves. Be afraid of losing yourself. Do not be afraid of losing people. Okay? Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. I am so excited that we started this back up again. I have so much to talk about. I have so much advice I want to give. If you have any suggestions for future topics, let me know because I'll do it. I have so much to say. I'm a chatterbox. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something good out of this episode. I appreciate you so much for watching. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, all the above. And I hope you had a great holiday because I am posting this after the holidays. So Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays.